Hello again. Last time I promised you I would show you how to calculate the appointed time of the rapture. But before I do that, I have to get you to understand that we are on the wrong time scale in our modern world because our time is based on the Gregorian calendar. Pope Gregory the 13th altered the calendar on the 24th of February 1582. There was a calendar in place known as the Julian calendar from BC 46, but Pope Gregory altered it in 1582. Now, because of that, we have been following that calendar ever since, and we call it the Gregorian calendar, named after him. So we're now in 2022. But it doesn't tell you anything, 2022, and what does that tell you about the appointed times of God? Absolutely nothing. In Genesis 1:14, God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, seasons, days, and years." That second word, seasons, is not winter, spring, summer, and fall. It's from the word "moedim," which means appointed times. So the lights in the sky, the sun and the moon primarily, are for signs of God's appointed times. Afterwards, in priority for days and years. But God put those lights in the sky to let us know where we are in time. But we've got to be on his calendar. So we've got to change our mindset from the Gregorian calendar to the Jewish calendar. The Jewish calendar is known as unprepared, which means the year in which the earth was formed according to the Bible. And we are in unprepared 5782. Write that down, 5782. This is the year 5782. And we'll be in that Jewish year until 5783. Good thinking. And that will happen on the 1st of Tishri, which is on the 26th of September. That is in the 7th month of the religious calendar. The first month of the religious calendar is called Nisan, but the 7th month is called Tishri. Now, we've got to get a handle on this. You need to do a little bit of looking at the calendar, the Jewish calendar, so that when I'm talking to you about it, it's not double Dutch to you. Let me read from Leviticus 23. This is God speaking to Moses. The Lord spoke to Moses, this is Leviticus 23:23. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, that's Tishri, on the first day of the month, that's Rosh Hashanah, the Feast of Trumpets, you shall have a Sabbath, a memorial, a blowing of the trumpets." The Feast of Trumpets, which is when the rapture will occur, that's the day it will occur. That's pretty certain. But we don't know the year. But there is an appointed time for it. But to understand the appointed time, you have to realise that on the Jewish calendar, there are a number of cycles. Now I'm coming into what I want to be telling you about, which are the two main cycles that need to be understood. Now, I'm going to send you with the blog next time this particular, let's get it in the right place. This is called the Shimita cycle, and you'll notice that on the right hand side, the 7th year, that is the Shimita year, and the first year is the start of a Shimita cycle. Now you'll see that there is a shofar there, and that shofar, see, is when there is a jubilee. So it's a jubilee cycle and a Shimita cycle. Now, what is a Shimita cycle? When I'll give you the references for this, because I've had enough on my desk here for this blog to try and get everything into this blog. the Shimita cycle, is because God has said, this is my earth and I want you to treat it properly. Every 7th year, you give the land a year of rest. No planting, no reaping or anything like that. It's a complete year of rest so that the microbes and the fertility of the land can be maintained. So there's a Sabbath. Just like the end of a week, there is a Sabbath. So we have here on the sheet, which I'll put up, I'll send you a copy of this with the blog. So you get the video link and you'll get this. So in this Shimita cycle, 2022 to 2023, in other words, when the Jewish year changes over this year, it will be the end of a Shimita year. This year is supposedly to be a year of rest for the land. Now, I'm sure you didn't know that because you haven't got a Jewish mindset, and I'm sure Jewish people didn't know it either, but God knows it. It is a Shimita year this year. That means a new cycle starts on the 1st of Tishri. You got that? 7 years cycle, Shimita cycle. When the cycle, this is a Shimita year which finishes, it's a rest year, a year of release from having to work, and then it starts a new cycle. So on the 1st of Tishri, we start a new Shimita cycle. That is significant. Now it's every 7 years, but 7 years, 7 lots of 7 years makes 49 years. And then on the 50th year, there is a jubilee, and you'll notice on here that there are 2 shofars, and you'll see what this means when I actually send it to you. And a shofar means a shofar is blown on a jubilee year. So we're going to be considering next time, hopefully you got an idea of the biblical year being different. And next time we're going to look at these 2 cycles, because you're going to be amazed at why it's pretty certain that this year, when it changes over from 5782 to 5783, this year is going to be the start of a new Shimita cycle. It's also going to be a jubilee, and that is ripe for the return of Jesus in the rapture. So it's going to be exciting next time I speak to you. You'll have this chart, and you can have a look at the Jewish calendar in the meantime.